Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for I'm a Spider Now, so what? Episodes 2 and 3. As of this recording, I am completely caught up with the show because I went and recorded 5 episodes last night. I had to download episode 6, but I did it all last night. I think it took me from like 7 o'clock, probably, to about 9 something. No, it was like 8 something. I think it was 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there when I started. No, it was like 7:50, I think, when I started. But anyway, yeah, I was able to get caught up on this show, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna call her Hiro because that's actually her name. Which, why would you name your kid Hiro in unless it's not spelled the same? But yeah, it sounds like Hero, Hero. So anyway, she ended up getting a bit picked on when they were still, in their own world. I would say human, but they're all mostly human. And the person who would pick on her, turns out, is now Faye, the, what was it? She's an earth dragon? Huh. And yeah, she essentially thinks that this is punishment for how she treated Hero back in their world, which I can understand how she would think that. But then why would Hero be made into a spider? That's what she did to get punished. If that was the case, I mean. And question. I actually was thinking about this last night before I went to bed. What was her name? Anna, the religious one, the one with the silvery white hair and green eyes. Question: this God she keeps on claiming is speaking to her. Is that the one that keeps telling her about her level ups and stuff, like what Hero hears whenever she levels up and gains skills and everything? If so, I don't know if that's God. If that's God, why? I don't get it. But yeah, we find out that shoot, was Hugo the one that was the crown prince, or was that Shun? I can't remember off the top of my head. I know one of them was like fourth in line for the throne, and the other, I think it was Shun that was fourth in line for the throne. Maybe. But yeah, Hugo apparently has some kind of competition with him that he probably doesn't want to participate in. I don't know, maybe he feels jealous or something. I don't know. Anyway, back with Hero. It keeps on skipping between them and Hero, which makes sense considering were all brought to this world, so you'd want to know what the heck they've been up to. Anyway, Hero, she's trying to, obviously survive, and she ends up catching a human in her web. The human breaks free by destroying the web with fire and drops an egg and runs away. With her appraisal skill leveled up, she was able to figure out it was an earth dragon egg. Ooh. That would explain what happens in episode 3 now. Anyway, she was going to, well, eat it, but she can't break it, essentially. She even tried wrapping it up in a web and then hanging it from a high height and then dropping it. No, it didn't work. It still stayed undamaged. So she keeps it in her little home that she actually makes. It looks like an actual home made of webs. And after a bit, it catches fire too because the humans are back. Or the human is back with reinforcements and torches to get the egg back. She barely manages to get it out of there alive, and they grab the egg and run off. Oh boy. Despite being weak, she essentially proclaims that she is not going to stay weak. She is going to survive. She's going to get stronger and hopefully make her way out of this labyrinth at some point. But yeah, I am curious as to what will happen with that. How people, if people, can people hear her talking? Is my question. Can people hear her talk? And if so, I assume that her voice sounds the same as it did before, because if so, that would help them recognize her, the voice sounding familiar. But we find out that Shun's brother is actually I guess you could call it like a legendary hero or something like that. Like, he's very well known, he's very strong and everything, and he really admires him. And I'm guessing that his brother is not a reincarnation like he is. Is his sister a reincarnation? I cannot remember for the life of me. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. She ends up running into a giant snake, and barely manages to beat it. Like, she hangs on with like a sliver of health. And, she ends up getting the chance. She ended up leveling up enough. She leveled up enough to have an evolution. And she ends up picking the small version instead of the lesser version because I don't know what her reason is besides not wanting to be lesser anything. But every time she evolves, she passes out. And when she passed out and she woke up, she didn't really look any different, to be honest. And she ended up getting hungry, because, well, she almost lost all her health, and all her stamina points were almost run out. And the funny thing is, she ate the entire snake. Obviously no bones, but that thing was huge. And her stomach still wasn't full. It was like 80% full, and I'm like, dang, girl. So she ends up trying to find her way out of there, obviously, because now she's rested, she's evolved, she's full. Her health is, I'm assuming, back to normal. And, let's see, what else happened in this episode? I think next episode, she ends up running into was it I think she ends up running into either the same humans as before, or different ones. I can't remember, but they end up chasing her, and when I was watching this, I kept saying, when she saw the snake, jump in front of the snake and get the snake's attention, and get out of its way, so it will attack the humans, so it can buy you time to get away. No, she didn't do that with the snake. She did that with some men-looking things, or some lizard monster thingies, whatever the heck they were. But it was good. She managed to get away, but she ended up falling off a cliff in the process. And I'm like, girl, use your webs. You can use your webs and grab onto the ceiling and keep yourself from falling. And, like I said, she's still trying to survive down there. And then they end up getting back to Shun and the others. And, they end up going out for a practical exam, where they use wands to try and, hit a target with water magic. Only water magic, I might add. And many of them have bad aim. Very bad aim. And I mean, it's not like Noelle's aim, like where she tries to hit the target and the attack just veers off course on its own. No, this is just, bad aim in general. Thankfully, a few of them end up hitting it. Hugo, Shun, Faye hit it as well. Who else did it? The redhead. I can't remember what her name is. His name is. Whatever you want to call it. Call them. I don't know. But Hugo decides he has had enough of the water magic and sends out a fire attack at the target and hits it and almost catches the trees on fire, and the teacher scolds him for that because, well, you're not supposed to be going against the rules like that. And that could end up causing a forest fire, which could burn the forest down because not all of them are good with water magic. Before they could even do anything else, a creature shows up, and it turns out, and an attack hits. The teacher tries to block that attack and gets disintegrated in the process. And an earth dragon pops up out of the ground, which makes me wonder: is it the earth dragon? Is it the one that had the egg? That was the parent of the egg that was stolen? Because if that's the case, it's the fault of the humans for doing that. Because now it's up there looking for its egg, essentially. And the others actually managed to take it down thanks to Faye and Shun. Faye ate on it and managed to get the upper hand enough for Shun to go in with a sword. However, she asked him to check his appraisal to check her stats, and she now has the same ability as Hero. What was it? Kin Eater? Kin Killer? Something like that. And it turns out that might have been one of her parents. Or at least a family member. So, yeah, now she has a taboo skill. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting, guys, because there's a certain character that doesn't like people with taboo. Anyway, let's see. I think that was the end of that episode. If I missed anything important, please let me know. But yeah, I am eager to see how this show will go, and when she will run into the others, and how that will go. That will be awkward and terrifying because some of them might decide to attack her just on the fact that she's a monster. Especially Anna, considering like I said, she doesn't like things that are taboo. Anyway, I will see everybody next time.